it's kind of funny right now because really the only thing AI is doing is like art stuff. So it's just
Yeah.
like, isn't that backwards? Like, shouldn't the AI be doing like manual labor and then the humans be focusing on art?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
actually
that's
have
the
I
whole
have
point
something
of it.
on AI art actually.
Oh, I'm a
Um,
fan.
because it was the AI what is it, the company Generative AI? They've been getting in
Hmm.
trouble for like people saying they're plagiarizing things like movies and TV and characters and stuff, which is I don't I don't know. I mean, we're making it like a whole thing where it's like, yeah, you're like, oh, I want to see Homer Simpson or whatever. Like you type in the
Yeah.
thing, and then it gives you a picture of Homer Simpson,
Right.
and then you can like share that on social media or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like that's a copyrighted
I
image.
say, is that open domain or?
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's a weird kind of thing where because I think people are thinking that AI is just like you can put like screen grab Homer Simpson from The
Mhm.
Simpsons, but it doesn't actually screen grab it. It just like
Compiles
an image that looks just like the screen grab, but it's basically the same as fan art. So there's really not
Yeah.
an issue yet, I guess, because it's still like if AI creating like Sonic sucking off Tails, right? And like it looks like Sonic and Tails.
right.
Uh, it's that's not as plagiarizing as like someone who drew that with their hands
Yeah.
because it's just fan art.
That's like you can copy my homework, but don't make it obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. So it's like it's sort of like yeah, you're plagiarizing, but then you're changing the words so that
Yeah.
like the whatever. Remember in school, like did teachers ever tell you that they had like the software where they can like put your essays in and then it
Yeah.
tells you all the stuff that's copied? I always thought that was such bullshit until I got caught with it.
Is it real? Is it real?
Oh, yeah.
Well, in high school,
Definitely
we
real.
remember in high school we all got in
didn't turn
trouble
out-
for. Oh,
Oh,
that's right.
I didn't turn in enough essays to even care.
No, it was something like that, where like, I mean, I don't know. It's really interesting. I was just reading about it because at first I was like, oh yeah, AI plagiarizing, like of course, because it just it can make it look so perfect,
Right.
but it doesn't yet.
Well,
It still isn't
they
perfect.
can't do like hands. That's one of the things, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the hands are always like
They have like 3 fingers and
Yeah.
like they look like I don't know. And there's another thing. They can't do eyes very well. Eyes always
Oh,
look soulless and dead.
background characters sometimes will like meld into each other, which is
Mhm.
really weird. Ugh. Yeah, AI. It's something like I don't know. I feel like it probably can't plagiarize because if anything, I mean, you could just screenshot the image if you wanted it. You don't have to like ask an AI to draw the image for you.
Right.
If you wanted to plagiarize, I guess.
But also, who cares?
I mean, the people that created the copyrighted material probably care because they want the residuals from their art or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess.
But they already have enough money.
Well,
you know.
I don't know, man. There's like 4 people with all the money in the world, and then like there's the rest of us with just like a crumbs.
Yeah.
So
If that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like like 4 dudes up here, like Bezos and Musk and who else? Zuckerberg and probably I'm gonna say it, probably a woman up
Yeah.
there, top 4. And then the rest of us, like the trickle down economy, is like they really did a good job fixing the pipes because they don't leak that much down. They don't
No.
trickle that much.
No.
Um,
They said we need to fix these leaks. No more
Yeah.
trickling. No more
Yeah.
trickle for you.
they were like trickle down economy, and then they made it to the top, and then they were like, let's go ahead and fix those pipes real fast.
Yeah. On
Yeah,
second
leaky pipe,
thought,
yeah. I actually want that money. It's mine. I don't know why I'm giving it to you guys. You fucking lazy workers. They're
Yeah.
always out in your fields.
Slaving away.
Yeah. Oh, it's so fun. Everybody, welcome to Mellow Brick Road. Path
Hello.
83. What's up? Remember last week when I said Trace wouldn't be here?
He's
I was
gone.
right again.
He's gone.
Just like Wild Hogs, Mason. I was right again. Wild Hogs.
Technicality.
And that other thing I said last week, what did I say?
It
about
was
that?
wrong though.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was wrong. Anyway, we'll just move on. Everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Van. Over there is Kenny Smithy. He's
Hello,
back. He's
hello.
not dead.
I'm not dead.
I
I heard
yeah.
I was dead, and I came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
I
though.
like
He's here. He
Jesus.
exists.
Thanks,
Like, high five.
Chandler. Woohoo!
He's definitely not AI. And then over here in the Zoomverse, we got Mason Greenwell.
Hi, how are you?
Not remembering we didn't introduce ourselves last week. Doesn't matter. Everyone knows who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
It's the
Mason
same
over
Kind of a
there.
big deal.
Mason, how are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Not much has changed since last week's episode. So
That's true. Yeah, it's been a fast week. That's for sure.
yeah, it has.
Yeah,
A lot of
really
things
quick.
have happened.
Zoomed back.
Kenny, what have you been doing?
Oh man, just got done eating lunch with my family. Pretty lame.
Yeah. No, man, it's lovely. You're a
I
family
wish I
man.
could eat lunch.
Yeah, Mason can't eat lunch anymore. He has to drink all his food through a tube.
What happened?
Yeah.
I don't know.
To you?
Sore
what happened?
teeth.
Oh,
Oh yeah, sore teeth. Yeah.
you could have probably ate our food. We had spaghetti. It was-
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah. That is nice.
Oh yeah.
You slurp it up. I think isn't that illegal or not illegal? Isn't that frowned upon when you slurp the noodles, or is that the good
No, that's
thing?
a good thing.
That's when it's
In
good.
China, they like it
Okay.
when you slurp it.
Oh.
It means that you like it.
Dude, I saw on the news today that
Nice.
China is doing this like huge. What is the region?
That was a
It's like
blanketed term. It might be other Asians. I don't know.
Shangjiang or whatever. I can't think of the country or the province of China. It's like it's on the western side. They're like this big boom in like tourism. They're trying to get like a big tourism boom
Yeah.
right now. And if you go there, it's all very like commercial looking.
Mhm.
Like it's very kind of cartoony how much tourism there is.
Right.
And it definitely seems like they're just trying to ignore the camps that they have built in the same area that you can kind of see while you're there. Like you drive by them,
This
but
is
they're
in
like,
China?
yeah, but they're like, you're like, hey, what's that over there? And they go, oh, that used to be a concentration camp back in the day, but it's closed down now. No worries there. No worries. Don't worry about that. I think I saw people over there. No. It's they're cleaning it up. They're cleaning it up. It's closed. It hasn't been open in minutes, years. It hasn't been closed. It's been closed.
Was that a
it's-
gunshot? So anyway, over here.
No, fireworks. No, it's really strange. Just the way because you can tell sometimes when you ask the employees, they will give you they'll either ignore you or they just give you really fake answers that is fake,
Yeah.
but they're just like, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me about that.
Don't they do that in North Korea too? They have like
Yeah.
stores that have like fake food in it and stuff that's just like on display. And It's
Yeah.
supposed to look like it's a nice supermarket
Yeah.
from the outside.
I saw a video of they went to North Korea for to check it out or whatever, and they were went to a school, and they were the officials were like, oh yeah, come on in, look at our school, see how great our school is, it's just like the West. We have and look, oh, remember everyone says we don't have internet, we don't use the internet here. We have the internet. Look, it's right here. And they go in this room, like a computer lab, and it's full of kids. All the kids are sitting at the desks, looking at computers.
Right.
And then he's like, yeah, it looks like a everyday computer lab until we noticed it was completely silent in the room. As in no mouse moving, no keyboard clacking.
no, like
all the
humming
kids
of
were
the
just
modems or nothing.
the kids were just sitting here like this.
Just
Just
looking at the
just looking at the
screen.
screen. Yeah, just looking at the screen. And there was one kid did have Google open on the computer, but it was just the home screen. He wasn't searching anything. He was just staring at the Google home screen. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
Because they can't know anything about the outside world.
Yeah.
And they said they probably were told if y'all move, you're dead.
Yeah. Oh. I get guns trained on them from outside.
Yeah, snipers pointing at them.
Dude, those videos of people that go through North Korea, the capital, it's always completely empty.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they get? Where are they?
Yeah, everybody's just like,
Do they kick them off? Do they use it when no one's there, or is that just a fake, an actual fake city? Because
I
where
don't know.
North Korea is not that big. So
No.
where could they be all? I mean, I think they also have camps somewhere. I think somewhere in Russia. I read that on the internet. So everything I've said so far has been separated on the internet. So I don't want to start anything with Russia or North Korea, but I think they
People
have.
are.
Yeah, other people are doing it. So I feel
Yeah.
I'm low on the totem pole of
They
the hit
started it.
list.
Yeah.
I don't know who started it. I'm not even gonna go that far. That's him over there. Find if you can find where Mason is, because he's not with me. So
Go get it.
Yeah, go
get
go
him.
get him if you want him.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, dude. Other countries, man, they really just don't have it going on like we do in the good old U.S. of A.
Yeah.
Happy January 6th, everybody! Did you guys celebrate? That was a couple weeks ago, I think. But according to this when this episode released, it's a couple weeks ago. But I did see that there were people celebrating it to a degree
Of
online.
course.
Yeah, which was weird. They did.
I don't
Some of
know.
them were like doing it in a group where they were like reminiscing about it, and then the FBI showed up and arrested all of them because they were all like part of the January 6th insurrection thing, and
Oh,
they
is
were
that
all
the
like
Yeah.
they were like in a,
Capital thing.
yeah, and they were
Yeah,
all like
yeah.
having a big party or whatever, and like all together, and the FBI's like, oh, this is easy, just
We're gonna
rope
get
you
you.
guys all up.
Well, I heard, you know, the show Kill Tony.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
some girl talked about it on there that she was part of the storming of the Capitol, and the FBI tracked her down from that and arrested. Yeah.
no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Holy
crazy.
shit! Why would you admit that?
And she said she didn't even go in any of the like the private rooms or anything. She was only in public places, but she just went with everybody that
Yeah.
day. So they tracked her down, her plane tickets and everything.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, I bet
use
that's
that
a
as-
good story.
It's
Yeah.
it's stories like that where you got to remember. Now, obviously, she didn't play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 back in the day because there's that scene. Remember that level in
In
Modern
the
Warfare 2,
airport?
and then you go to the
Yeah.
airport, and you don't have to shoot your gun. You can just walk with all those guys and not shoot your gun once, but you're still part of the problem because you're there. You're not stopping. You're not stopping anyone from murdering all those airport people. So, yeah, she should have known better.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have gone on Kill Tony, one of the biggest comedy
And
shows.
said that, yeah.
And said that. Why would you do that? That's like a late night, like a small place in Florida. You say that, and you get cheers.
Right.
You don't just say "Don't kill Tony." It
I
would be funny
mean-
if it was an actual joke. If she actually wasn't, she was just making a joke about it,
Right.
and then she got
yeah.
arrested.
I didn't hear her whole 60 seconds or whatever they get, but I just
I'll have to watch that now.
yeah.
That's
I
good
heard about
stuff. Holy cow, man! Wow. I wasn't expecting to go into such a not dictatorship space, but like just
A
oppression.
governmental realm.
Yeah, governmental realm.
Makes you appreciate what you got here, don't it?
It does. It
Don't
does
it?
with our
Don't it?
fair elections. Yes. Did you see that the Russian government was like we're trying, like they said that they were gonna meddle in the 2024 presidential election again?
ours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said we're going to meddle. We're gonna try and meddle in the presidential election. ... again. And I was like, what the hell is going on in the world right
It's just
now?
a big joke.
It
Everything's a
really
joke.
is.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It's so hard.
But
to,
we're the punchlines because we have to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
Yeah,
and everyone always
only
talks
our
about
problem.
like, I remember when Trump was like first campaigning, they were like, if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving the country. This is final straw, I'm out of here. No one fucking left.
No.
I don't think. I mean, not that I know of. I heard a lot of people say that. No one
Everybody
left.
said they was going to Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Canada. I was gonna choose the countryside of France. Very
Hmm.
peaceful. Because then I'd sit there and I'd pretend to be French, and then I'd be like, ugh, stupid Americans. What fools they are! Not with their no baguettes and their build hats instead of our deflated beret things or whatever those things are called. Berets, right? I
Yeah.
think.
And their lack of
Berets.
snails. Their lack of snails on serving trays. Ugh.
Ugh, they scoff when they look disgusted when they see snails, not even knowing it's a delicacy. Ugh, they know nothing about food.
Ugh, and they have deodorant.
The most
They're-
ignorant podcast right here.
Oh,
their
yeah.
their
None of
women
us know
their women are
anything
smooth. Their
about
women are smooth
France.
as seals. Their women are hairless.
Not a hair in sight.
God
The only
damn.
thing I know about France is from Pepe Le Pew from Looney Tunes.
He was a rapist.
Yeah, definitely.
I am very comfortable saying that word about that skunk. He was a rapist skunk for sure.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
very aggressive.
The whole time we were talking, I just pictured all of us wearing those striped white and black shirts that they wear over there. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, like
The
the
real
long,
tight
yeah,
Yeah.
with a long cigarette holder.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got like a thin mustache. Yeah, I love stereotypes.
I love the French people.
That's at least the Frenches. We can all agree that they're fun to make fun of.
Yeah, they're surrenderers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they,
I know who
and,
they are.
and if you look back far enough, they are badasses. They're the constant revolutions, chopping off kings' heads. Like, give them
Yeah,
props
they
where
did
props
some
are
cool
due.
stuff. Yeah, they did
Napoleon,
some cool stuff.
Napoleon was a badass.
Yeah.
dictator, but it was badass. So like, they can take a couple jabs from us, idiot Americans.
yeah.
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 Who cares? They don't care.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
you guys smell. It's like you guys voted Donald Trump into presidency, and they're like, all right.
Whoa, you got
All
it.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa,
Didn't you
come
guys have a civil war? And like, all right.
Nah.
Leave it. That's the thing. Americans, we can dish it out, but when someone says it back to us, we're like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's the greatest country in America.
Yeah, greatest
I mean,
country.
we are the greatest country.
Yeah, America
Win
is
the
the greatest
lottery,
country in
baby.
America. That's
We
for
are.
sure.
That's us.
Greatest country in America. That's the show title right there. You know what? Speaking of smelling bad,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have this is a good segue. I found this guide because I've always wondered this because I feel like this has been highly debated. I'm gonna ask
Okay.
Mason first. Mason,
Okay.
how many days in a row will you wear the same underwear or boxers or
Oh
briefs or whatever?
no, that's it gets changed whenever I take a shower.
How often do you shower?
Pretty much once a day.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
so I do
you don't
not
do the even when you were
No.
younger, you didn't do like the multi-day.
no, not the backwards forwards, reverse it, and then backwards
Backwards
forwards
forward,
again.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I've
no, not
never
that.
done that.
I've never
No.
done. I think I've done the inside out before, because I feel like when you go like reverse,
You're getting,
I'm a man with an anus,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A rusty sheriff's badge, which is my new
Ugh.
favorite term for it. And it's like sometimes I excrete
Ugh.
fart particles
Yeah.
out. I have gas inside my body, has to get out. Sometimes it goes down instead of up. And they say like poop particles is like a big thing now. Like they talk about like
Yeah, they're everywhere.
like
Gives you pink eye.
yeah, exactly. So like poop particles are a thing. So like whenever you fart, like you do excrete some poop particles, unless you're like a really clean asshole, I guess. Which I don't know. But like it's like you have poop on the back of your underwear. Like that's why the underwear is there. Keeps it off your pants. So if you reverse it, now you have it on your dick and balls.
Poop on your yeah.
It's like I don't want that rubbing on my penis.
No.
No, thank
And-
you.
Well, and I think it'd just be uncomfortable anyway, right?
It would feel weird to
You're-
yeah, that wouldn't feel right because it'd be like bigger in
Yeah.
the front, like
Yeah.
baggier.
They're built to hold your ass cheeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're made to grip them cheeks, dog. So
Nah, like my
yeah,
rule
they're
is
for-
if it touches the skin, I don't like wearing it for multiple days. But
Yeah.
if it goes over other clothes, then yeah, I'll wear it multiple times. Like a
Right.
sweatshirt, I'll
Yeah.
wear that multiple
Oh,
times.
yeah.
oh yeah. Well,
Jeans, I'll wear that multiple times.
oh well, I actually have a list here, a graph, if you will,
Okay.
of how many times can you wear it between washes. And it's got like all these different kinds of clothes here. And so the first one is jeans. So acceptable wearing. How many days do you think you can wear jeans before washing them? You think?
I think it kind of depends on your
Yeah.
occupancy or what
I
or
think so
your
too.
Occupation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. I'd say probably 3 is probably a good rule of
Yeah.
thumb.
If you're not doing a whole lot of them, yeah.
This says
Oh, I'll do 5 if I'm not
acceptable
doing a lot.
wearings between washes is 5 to 10. And but
Okay.
but
Whoa.
it has another another column for like but ... like for the reasoning. So but if fewer days between washing, if they get visibly dirty or baggy around the knee, that's when it's like okay, it's time to wash these things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. A sweater.
I didn't know
is-
the baggy part.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually. I don't fully understand what that means, but I think
I
it's
guess
like,
it- they
Skinny
just-
jeans maybe because
oh
Well,
maybe
I mean-
jeans aren't-
stretching a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't wear
Maybe.
skinny jeans, so I don't know.
Let's see, a
know.
sweater 10 to 15 times, which
Yep,
makes
that-
sense. It's a sweater.
Yeah.
It can survive a lot more because it's like chunkier knits, I guess is what this says. A sweatshirt says 2 days. 2 days for a
That's-
sweatshirt.
like
they
a
are
crew neck.
high.
A crew neck sweatshirt, just
I
like
guess it depends on how you're wearing it, I guess, or what you're wearing it to.
if you're wearing it over a shirt, maybe more
Yeah.
than that. But if you're just wearing it as your shirt, I mean, yeah.
I guess if you're
Right.
just wearing it as your
True,
shirt.
true. I sweat a lot too, so yeah.
Man,
that
2
would- that'd be
days
me.
for just like a shirt though? That's crazy.
Well, a t-shirt, 1 day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
2 if it's an old favorite. Like it's just an old shirt, so like I guess it's like whatever. Like when Chandler was here
I guess
for
it
New Year's,
doesn't yeah.
Chandler said he wore the same hat. He's worn the same hat like every day for 4 years straight. Which you should probably watch that one, Chandler, if you're listening.
Well,
but
I'm sure he washes it.
Like a-
he's
I
bald.
don't-
Like
I
this
think that's
kinda
why he's
hat?
bald.
Like a ball cap like this.
It was a flat bill, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he probably never watched
I
that.
didn't think. I doubt it. That's why he's bald. A dress shirt is 1 day as well, unless
Yeah.
but 2 non-consecutively days if you're in a real pinch. Like, you
Yeah,
can,
that's
like, wear
fair.
it one day,
Yeah,
then, like, a day or so in between, and then wear it
I
again.
agree with that. Like you wear it for one night, and
Like a
then like
meeting
a
or
week or
something.
two
Yeah.
later, you wear it again.
Yeah. Underwear is also one day, which makes perfect
Yes,
sense. And
it
it says
should be.
but, and it says but nothing.
But
One day, which
Yeah.
I'm okay with. Socks is also one day. I go like
Yeah.
6 hours between socks because
Mm.
my feet
Yeah.
sweat.
I only put socks on to wear shoes.
Kind of depends. I don't like walking around barefoot
Oh, I
all
like
the time.
barefoot.
Like in the house, because I don't know, because like there's
ju-
stuff on the ground.
I just started wearing house slippers. Game changer, man.
Dude.
Because I have
Yeah, house
I have
slippers are
all
good.
hardwood floor,
Yeah, dude.
and my feet were always so cold. And I was just like,
Yes.
I guess I just live this way.
You're officially a dad now.
Yeah.
Now you need to get like a robe.
Oh, I got one of them too.
Oh, you're set.
Hell
dude.
yeah,
You're
dude. Robes are
set.
nice.
What are you doing here? You should just be at home drinking like your coffee, smoking your pipe on your recliner, watching I don't know what dads watch.
News or
Fo-
sports.
News or sports. Fox News. You should be at home watching Fox News,
Fox
Tim,
News,
Kenny, with your slippers. A suit and a coat are both infinite wearings.
Oh, okay.
And then it says for both of them it says but only if you brush, steam, and air regularly. So you gotta take care of it. But
yeah.
for those you don't really have to wash because the suit and the coat are both over other clothing. So I mean, for me, jeans is like, what does that say? 5 to 10 days?
I think that's fair. I mean, whenever I wear jeans, I usually do once a week.
If you're wearing them
That's-
every day, like 5 to 10,
Yeah.
yeah, 5 to 10
If
days.
I was doing them like in my job now, I wouldn't care. But when in my construction job, they also got dirty so much that I didn't care. So like
Right.
it didn't matter
Makes
because they were
sense.
just going to get dirty again. So who cares if they have oil stains?
So,
Right, yeah.
there's this. I don't know everything about it, but there's this competition that they do with jeans, and it's a certain company, I think, that
Oh.
they have the people that. I mean, they're expensive jeans too,
Hmm.
and
Must be Levi's.
Well, I
Probably.
mean, I think Levi's does it too. But like, they see how long you can wear them,
Hmm.
like consecutively
Oh.
without washing them. I guess.
How does
Yeah,
that go?
because
and then
jeans
you
have a. Go ahead.
And then
Sorry.
you like take pictures of them. I mean, it's like a Jared Ray was telling me about it, the tattoo artist.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was doing it with a pair of jeans he was wearing. He's like, I
Oh.
wore these every day this whole year, and never washed them.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's crazy. They must stink.
He said he has to like spray them, and well,
Wow.
Levi's says you're not supposed to wash your jeans.
Oh.
Yeah.
You put them in the freezer to disinfect them to keep them from smelling. You store them in the freezer.
In the freezer.
Yeah, to kill anything that's on them.
I've heard putting a sponge in the microwave disinfects it. You guys ever heard that?
You have to
Oh.
you have to put your pants in the microwave too?
No. Like
Or
a,
this
no,
just
no, no,
disinfects
no.
the microwave.
That's just I've heard of
Okay.
I've heard
Well,
of
the sponge or the-
disinfecting sponges in the microwave, but I've never
Yeah.
heard of
Oh,
disinfecting.
cleaning the sponge.
Yeah, I've never heard of
Yeah.
disinfecting anything in the freezer. But I
Well, it
guess
just
that would
kills.
work.
It just kills everything.
'Cause it
on
freezes
I
it to
guess.
death.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like wouldn't just like the smell come back once it thawed out?
I feel like I've heard of people putting their jeans in the freezer.
That comes from Levi's company themselves.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Yeah,
And
I know you're
supposed to
not.
wash them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh.
that's what I was going to say earlier. Is like I know there's a big thing when it comes to like actually washing jeans and stuff. So there's something to it. I guess it's so blue that it probably just doesn't work too well.
Dude,
I don't
you
know.
guys remember that Jimmy Neutron episode when he
No.
like he gets like those pants that can like move around on their own, like their jeans
Oh,
that
yeah.
just walk around
kind
on
of,
their own,
yeah.
And-
like Attack of
Yeah.
the Jeans or whatever
Yeah,
it was
and then there's,
called.
like,
Yeah, it was
then
like the
there's
second episode.
Yeah, he like sprays them with like a starch, or no, I'm
Oh,
thinking
Oh
something
yeah,
else.
yeah.
no,
He
that's
sprays
yeah.
them with something that gets super stiff or whatever.
Yeah, it gets super stiff and then they can't move.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do people still use that starch for jeans?
I know, like
or I don't know what it's used for.
tradesmen, like welders and stuff, use it on their shirts because it keeps them from getting like holes burnt through them, and they'll starch them
Oh.
so much where they can just like stand them up.
Oh yeah, I love when people do that. That's cool. I've always wanted to
They
do
do it
that.
with their jeans and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were
Wow.
just really nasty. I didn't know they put starch on them or whatever.
To where you can't even hardly get them on. They show like
Right.
videos of people putting them on, and they're just like.
Oh God, that's weird.
Uh,
You like you ever do that thing where you like that game where the T-shirt is like frozen solid in the freezer and you have to like you and a team of people have to like work together to like
To-
open it up, like
Oh,
unfold
yeah.
it, and then someone has to put it on.
Oh yeah.
I used to do that like at church lock-ins all the time when I was younger. Whenever I got invited to a church lock-in, it was never my idea. that
You
was
only got invited
always
once.
the game. Was like at some point in the night when everyone was getting sleepy, you bust that game out because it's so cold and it gets you waking
Everybody
up.
wakes
And I was
up.
always the one that had to wear the shirt,
Mm.
and you have to like. And the worst part is you never get it all the way unfolded.
Yeah,
So you have to like you put it on, then you're just covered in like a frozen
yeah.
sheet, and you're like, oh god, and you're like pushing as hard as you can to like get your hands and head through, and then you just have to stand there with like a soaking wet, freezing shirt, and you're like, this is what God wants us to do. This is what God.
This is one of the trials.
I would rather be getting molested right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why am I wearing a wet T-shirt?
I'd rather be a Catholic camp right now.
At least I'd be in a warm closet.
I never did go to a Catholic one. It was just normal Christian or whatever it was. I don't know. I've been to a Catholic wedding before, and that was
they're windy. They're pretty long,
dude. And he's not speaking English. And it's like, why are you speaking French?
It's
Yeah,
Latin.
it's Latin, ain't it?
I don't know. We were talking about French earlier, so it could be French. I don't know. I don't speak Latin.
I
either.
guess it could be. I don't speak
I wish
Latin.
I spoke Latin.
So.
That would have been cool to learn. I don't think I had that option.
I feel like
in college.
Latin. Yeah, I know a guy that took Latin in college for his like foreign language, and then he's like, hindsight, I should have just took Spanish. But he was saying though that Latin is so weird because like there's no word order in a sentence, and so it's basically you just have to pick all the parts in the sentence to get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, you have to
Weird.
decipher like every sentence.
Yeah,
What?
because there's no word order, so like there's
So
no
you-
proper way to say a sentence, is my understanding.
You just
so
have
like.
to like listen to it and then be like, I heard that word, and that word. So he must
Yeah, I
be-
guess to paint the picture. It's like
Yeah.
how we say things certain way, and then like Japan, like their sentence structure is just like a little bit backwards to us.
right.
Or, you know,
Are they left to or right to left?
right to left. But I mean, like they also like put things in weird positions, like Mister, like where we would use Mister, they put it like at an end of sentence or.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got
Mm.
you.
So there's
Don't
just no order to it, and so it's just like that much harder to understand.
Don't they say that that Latin is a dead language? Isn't
Yeah.
that what people say?
Yeah,
but like
you can't.
but like
write
a
in
lot
it
of
or-
people can speak Latin, or I guess not speak Latin, but like a lot of people
There's
know
not
Latin.
there's not a like a country or anything where their primary language is.
Is that
Latin.
that's what that means when it's dead?
I
like,
think so. Like it's a dead language because no one uses it anymore. Like it's not a popular language. Like no
Well-
one writes books in Latin anymore.
And the Catholics only
Hmm.
did it so they could, so the like common people
couldn't
didn't-
read it.
couldn't read it.
Fuckers,
Yeah,
man.
so they would just have to believe anything that the the higher ups were telling them.
And the barbarians came, or earlier came over and like just or not the not barbarians, the
Vikings?
Mongols.
Oh, Mongols. Yeah.
They came over and like wiped out. They went all the way to Spain and like France. Like annihilated Europe. And the only people that they left alive were the preachers, because the preachers were the only educated ones.
Mhm.
And they were like, "Hey, don't kill me. I can like everyone in
I
this
can
area
read."
trusts me. Well, they all trust and listen to me. So you give me orders of what you want me to tell them, and I'll tell it to them.
Right.
Because I'm educated. They already have respect for me. And so that's why all the preachers and like the churches were still around after the Mongols, or I don't know if it was the Mongols or not. Mellow Brick Road at pockets@gmail.com. Let me know if I'm wrong or not. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why like they wiped out everybody else except for them, so that then that's how the church was able to hold on to their power even after all that.
Right.
It's crazy, man. The church is sneaky bitches, that's for
Mhm.
sure. Ugh. So we were talking about AI earlier,
Correct.
and I had this
Yeah.
idea for AI, which I think we talked about a little bit before we started recording, if not at the very beginning of the recording, and I just don't remember already. But because Mason and I were talking about this the other day about tractors
Right.
on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I think I've said it here before. I hate it. I hate that tractors drive on the same road as me.
Right.
They get a new road, or like build a shed on your field right there for the tractor. Like, why you gotta live 3 miles away from your farm? Why's your tractor gotta be next to your truck?
I know farmers that drive like almost 100 miles
Why would you do
in
that?
a
Yeah.
tractor.
Why would you 100 miles on a
Because
tractor?
land was
it goes
cheap
like
100 miles away.
It goes 10 miles an hour. That's like 4 days to get there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like, I don't understand it. And they're not even driving half the time because
they're
they can
not trailering this equipment either. They're driving it.
So like they can drive. The
Sometimes.
tractors can drive on their own. Most of them now. Like these days, a lot of tractors can.
Yeah.
Like,
GPS tracking. so-
My sister-in-law showed me a thing on her phone where you can like all the tractors are like right there, and she can like click on one, and it'll start up
Mm-hmm.
wherever it's located at,
Right.
and you can just like set it a little like program a path or whatever, and it'll just like hit go, and it just goes. So you don't even have to
It's a
sit in
giant
there
Roomba.
anymore. Yeah. So like, why don't we just build it a big old shed next to the field so that it doesn't have to, or maybe you have to
Well,
drive
that
it out there
equipment is
and then,
also very expensive. So,
right.
like, if you
So
had multiple
build
farms,
build a big shed.
Yeah.
well,
You
if
know
you
how
had
much
multiple
you know how much
farms, you can't
money
have
farmers
two
have?
different ones.
You know how much money farmers have and how much money
They don't have a
get?
lot of money.
Oh,
Depends
they
on the
get.
farmer.
Well,
Yeah.
then they should
Yeah, if
start
it's like the third or fourth generation, they probably got some money. But
get them off the road. They're an obstruction to the road. They cause so much traffic.
yeah,
I mean, not a whole
I-
lot, like 5
I think that's
cars
also
every so
just
often.
a small town thing. I don't think a lot of people in like
It's a
urban
rural
areas.
area thing. I'm speaking for all
Yeah.
my rural people in the world,
mean,
even though I hate saying that word because
rural?
I've always
Rural?
had trouble with my R's.
Rural?
Yeah, rural. Same with like
Rural?
horror. I hate the word horror.
Horror?
Yeah, so I just go
Well, why are you
scary,
saying
scary
it
movie.
like that?
I say scary movie. I don't know how to pronounce it.
He put an L
Horror.
in there.
Horror.
Horror. Yeah.
Horror.
No, it's like
Hodor?
it's
Hodor?
like is she a horror? It's like yeah, but horror. You know.
Horror. She's horror than her. No, okay, so with these tractors, they're AI, so like the people don't really have to sit inside them to drive them. And the whole problem with AI with like or robots is taking people's jobs. You know, they're taking our
their
jobs.
jobs.
Yeah, exactly. And so what you could do is if, like once VR gets to a certain part, like once Zuckerberg like really figures out his whole like VR headset thingy,
Mhm.
because now they have headsets you don't have to use controllers at all. You can just like freehand, which is
Yeah.
crazy. You have someone like you have a tractor doing the field work, or like the heavy field work or the long whatever, and then you have someone like with a VR headset on, and they can like control the robot or the tractor like from their own home.
Right.
So they don't have to like go out in the hot sun or the freezing cold or the rain and work like that. They can still do the work, just not like the manual labor part. Because that way they still keep their job and the work gets done quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, but you got to think about like maintenance and stuff because stuff breaks down a lot, and that stuff's pretty complicated nowadays.
But now they got the right to repair, so that's the farmer's problem. Now they can fix it themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The people,
Oh, now
you're sitting there
yes.
driving it with an Xbox controller
Yeah, that'd be sick.
from your house.
Well, yeah,
and-
farming. They should just revert Farming Simulator the game
That's
and make
just
it like
the schooling.
it's
for-
actual. It's like it's actual farms instead of just like a simulation. It's an actual farm you're working on. Same with like that power wash simulator that Trace loves.
It's a power washing.
Oh, he
simulator?
loves
Oh,
power
yeah,
wash
there's so many
simulator, dude.
simulators now.
And like that would also be a job. That's like a menial job that you could just have a robot do, but then you have someone with VR goggles on, like controlling the robot.
They just
so
have,
then they
like-
can just do it because then you can do it all the time.
Yeah.
You don't have to like wait. Oh, it's raining right now. Oh, I guess if it's raining, you don't need a power wash. It's like it's too hot or whatever. Like you're in Vegas and it's 1,000 degrees, and you don't want to go out in the sun. You can use a robot, and then you can control the robot
Mhm.
from your home. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of like a middle ground between human slavery and human slavery by AI. This is like the middle ground,
Right.
right? So like, we give them a little bit of power, but like we still control them. And then
Yeah.
eventually, it's like I don't want to put this VR goggles on. I'm gonna get a robot to put the goggles on for me, which is
Having robots control robots.
Yeah.
Basically.
basically. And then they'll be like, well, if the robots are controlling the robots, why do we need humans?
As much as I know about the GPS systems in the tractors,
Yeah.
they do keep you like in a straight line, and they know the size of the field and like whatnot. But
Mm.
I'm pretty sure you still have to do like when you get to an end of a row in the field. I think you still have to control turning around,
Oh, I gotcha.
and then it'll self-drive basically
Yeah.
keep you on a straight
Just
line.
like yeah, just
I
like
think-
a
but I-
plane probably. Just
Yeah, I
it keeps
think
you
you
on
still have-
track.
Yeah, I think you still have to turn and whatnot.
I wouldn't trust a robot flying a plane.
Well, you do every day.
Did
when
you
you're on
see
a
that?
plane,
I
so-
don't fly every day, so that's a lie.
Did you see that emergency landing?
I did. The window busted open or something. or
whole
the
door
Was it the
came out.
door? I thought it was just the window.
I thought, like in movies, that sucked everybody out of the
I
plane.
did too.
And
I
they're
did too.
all.
Guess not.
I seen TikToks.
Well,
of
it depends
people
on how
filming it.
high they
Filming
were up.
filming in the plane?
Yeah. And they were just all had their mask on, and they were like, "We're going down."
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
But
I
they
think
said-
it
I
all
think-
determines on how high it is because that just happens because of the internal pressure versus like how
I think they
like
said
the
they were
pressure
20
outside
minutes.
the 20 minutes in the air.
They were
So
20
maybe they were still like reaching
Climbing.
whatever altitude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy cow,
because it
man.
just looked like it just kind of was windy.
Oh wow.
That's all, and you
Yeah,
could just see
someone's-
straight out the plane.
Someone's like sleeping, and they're like, "Hey, can you turn your air off? It's really bugging me." They don't even realize that the plane's crashing.
There's
Oh,
some
dude,
people
I
that
bet it
sleep
is
on
so
planes. I
loud.
bet they.
I bet some people did sleep through that. They
Some
didn't even
people on
realize.
I
planes
don't know,
wake
man.
up,
I bet that's so loud.
Well, I bet the
Yeah.
it's loud, and it's probably turbulent inside a
Oh yeah, I'm
dome.
sure the whole thing is just shaking really
You'd
bad.
feel it when you're going down because you'd be like, "Are we landing already? Where are we?" This doesn't look like this doesn't look like Jamaica. I was trying to think of that Cancun.
There you go.
That's what I was trying to think of.
That's in Mexico.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
Snip it. Put it. Replace it. Okay, we're good.
Future van. Cut that out.
Yeah, Van. Hey, cut that out, Van. Get that out of your nose. Future Van. He's always sticking stuff up there.
Mhm.
You replace Plank with Planet Express?
As of right now, until he gets, he's going through some. He's doing some.
Is he in rehab again?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I was trying to think of a good way to say it, but it's rehab.
sorry.
We
I'm
shouldn't
sorry,
we shouldn't sugarcoat it, because he had a
Yeah.
problem, and we're addressing
Yeah.
it, and he is addressing it, and so as of right now, we're putting Trace's beautiful Christmas present that he got me, that I can't stop staring at. We're leaving that in front of Plank for now, and I think it looks really good. And I don't think, see, that's not going to get plagiarism. I don't think. No, because I don't think. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know because I can't
I
remember.
mean, it just got renewed for a new season, so
You do. I mean, you know what that is when you look at it. You know it's Futurama, but
It was made and given as a gift, so I don't think he
Yeah.
didn't make any money off of it, so they can't
Yeah.
come after him.
I don't think the logo is a lazy Susan like this one is. So I think
No.
we're good.
I think there's more detail on the ship in the show. So
Okay, don't kick him while he's down, Mason. Come on. I know he's not here right now, but it's a beautiful piece, honestly.
it is a beautiful piece, and I think he said last week that he's gonna be selling that or
He's
putting
gonna
it
be-
on his.
He wants to make more. Yeah, he's gonna make more stuff like that. And so if anyone wants something crazy like this from your favorite show, or I guess is that
Or
what he was
another-
saying? Another
yeah,
Futurama
or-
thing, I guess.
Or probably like just another like lazy Susan S thing, so like another like circle or a badge like icon.
Yeah.
or
Anything
something.
in a
Yeah.
round
Yeah,
shape.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
circular item you'd like. that
like a
can spin
Pokeball
around.
or like
Ooh, a Pokeball would be cool.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Mason, if you
I
had a
can't think of
Pokeball,
anything else.
what would your
Pokeball would be
Pokemon
cool. Oh man, I don't even know, dude. I like Dragonite. I like the OG Dragon,
Yeah,
He's
Dragonite's
dope.
good.
and he just looks kind of dopey.
He's
He's like the
so-
goofy Charizard kind of.
yeah, exactly,
Exactly.
exactly. But he's
Exactly.
stronger, and he looks stupid, so I like him.
He does. Every time I see him, he's so powerful. And It
Yeah.
always makes me giggle when I look at him because
Yeah,
he's just
He's
like,
this
just
big
like-
fat lizard with these small wings, and you're like, you can't even fly. And then he just wrecks your entire team, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. he can fly, and then Charizard can't fly. Well, Charizard can fly now.
But he's not a dragon.
Right. Charizard's
That's
not
it.
a dragon.
Charizard's not a dragon.
What is he? A lizard?
He's just a fire flying monster.
Here's something. I got some
Not
beef.
a dragon.
I got
Not
some
a
beef.
dragon.
some pokey beef, Mason, with you because that's not a description of an animal. Fire. What'd you say?
Fire flying lizard.
Fire
Is that
flying?
what you said?
No, fire.
Yeah,
Or
he's
flying.
a
monster.
he's
He
a
can breathe
he's a-
fire.
yeah,
he
monster.
can breathe fire, and he
Yeah.
He can fly.
and he
can
can fly.
fly.
Yeah,
He's a reptile.
But what kind of
And he's a
animal
reptile.
is he?
he's a lizard.
Okay. Is it like a big lizard?
He's a bigger lizard. Yeah,
It'd be funny
Bigger
if he was like
lizard.
tiny.
I
Like
think
the
he's like
size of this little-
4'6".
Ooh, sharp.
I think he's 4'6".
4'6". You know
Let me
that?
get out my
You know
Pokédex
that for
real
a
quick. Hang
fact?
on.
Well, you sent me something where it showed all the heights of Pokemon.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
my
a month
Pokédex.
ago.
I probably did. Oh,
And
you're right. I did.
Yeah, and I think his was like 4'6".
And you read
That's
the
not
whole
very
thing.
big.
That's not very big.
No.
4'6". That's shorter than my grandma.
I would think maybe Charmeleon maybe would be that big.
Nah, he's like 3 foot.
I was more
You
of a
also
Digimon
you
kid.
also got to remember, if you watch the show, they're all compared to like 10-year-old kids. So
Right.
That's a good
so they
point.
look
That's
like
a good
they
point.
look huge, but the 10-year-olds are like 3 foot tall.
and they just go out on adventures by themselves through the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
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 I love, when
With
you're
these
10 years
monsters
old
that can
now,
kill
you
people.
Get outta
leave.
here.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. You're 10 years old now. See ya. You're just gone like they're like a bird going out of the nest or something.
Favorite
crazy
premise for a
world.
video game. It's like, well, you're double digits now, so you might as well be an adult. So
And
here's a
what- and-
monster that can kill other people.
Yeah.
Have at it.
And look at the society. It's everywhere you go. You can't go 10 steps without running into someone that wants to beat the shit out of your Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
And
everyone
usually
is
they're
so
older.
aggressive.
They're like older people that are like
Yeah.
creeper kind of.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
kid,
we made
I'm
eye
gonna kick-
contact.
I'm going to kick your ass with my Pokemon, kid. And you're like, Jesus, it's a child.
I just
First day.
caught you in the middle of this tall grass.
Yeah. Why are you just
Oh.
like, why are you just wandering in the same path over and over again, you weirdo? You're just waiting for a child to walk
Oh,
by?
yeah. I was just waiting for someone to just cross my grace.
Oh, maybe that would, maybe you think, so maybe that would get rid of pedophilia because adults aren't looking for kids, they're looking for kids with Pokemon to beat up and steal their money.
Still children.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess-
Or
You didn't take the child part out of it.
Yeah, but they're not trying to attack the child. They're just trying to like,
take their Pokemon.
yeah, they're trying to take their Pokemon, I guess, or like, yeah, build their rep as trainers. So everyone's working so hard to become Ash Ketchum that they
You think the pedophiles would just forget about?
they just
One-
forget
one
because they're so
little
busy with
kids?
Pokemon
I
they just
got it,
forget
yeah.
about kids. Yeah.
I mean, if you
Totally
had,
makes
That's what I'm
sense.
thinking. There was no pedophilia in Pokemon, so
if you had legal dog fighting, I guess you would be like, I mean, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
it's
It
children's
really
dog
is.
fighting.
It really
That's
is.
what it is.
They
And
fight
just,
each other.
They don't die. They faint.
No, yeah, they would die though, even realistic, because
They
all
would
have,
die.
Some of them have fucking claws,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
move like lightning speed. Some
Yeah,
of them shoot
you
electricity,
get
you'd be
sh-
dead.
Yeah, electricity, fire, rock. They just throw rocks at you the whole time.
Oh my
What
god.
is the praying mantis one that has just like razor claws?
Oh
Mantis?
yeah.
Scyther, yeah.
Scyther.
He just slices you, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
fainted.
just a giant. Yeah, just this thing with knives for hands. Whatever.
It's kind of funny that they're all named like what they say, and it's
Yeah.
all kind of like not it's not English or it's kind of phonetic. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just funny that like
Well, they're different in different countries. Like they
Yeah.
have different names.
oh
I've seen
really?
I've seen these
Yeah.
videos. I think it's I'm assuming he's Japanese and he has like a white girlfriend, and
Okay.
they compare. They say, they show a Pokemon on the screen, and she'll say it in
Oh.
English,
Yeah.
and he'll like laugh and say like the Japanese word for it,
Interesting. I never knew
Yeah.
that.
and they think it's, and sometimes they're pretty comparable, or like they're
Close.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I think Pikachu's the same, but like
Pika-pee.
And Jigglypuff,
Pika.
I just remember like when she says Jigglypuff, he's like, what?
I like Jigglypuff.
good Smash character on
No.
Smash Bros.
Great.
Not
Mason.
smashing.
Is it bestiality for Pokemon?
I guess technically it's Rule
guess it-
34.
They are beasts, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh man, some of them are so small and cute though. That's so upsetting.
that's so upsetting.
It's so upsetting. But like a big like a Dragonite though.
What about the clown guy?
Oh, Mr.
Oh, Mr.
Mime.
Mime.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's one of my favorites. In that Detective Pikachu movie, he's definitely the best part of the movie. I thought.
I
He's
started
so
that
funny.
movie. I haven't finished it.
Oh man,
I
love
didn't watch it either.
I love just looking at the Pokemon in the movie.
Yeah, they are
'cause they just
really
look
good.
so good.
Yeah.
All of them. And Mr. Mime is crazy funny in that. He has so many. They like interrogate him. They have him like tied up to a chair, and he's like,
Does he
they're like,
talk?
no. So they're trying to talk to him, and Pikachu's like, he won't talk to you. He's a mime. So like,
Come
it's
on.
so dumb. But like he can actually like make walls, like invisible walls, and they like
Yeah.
try to like hurt him, but they run into the walls. It's so stupid. That movie did a really good job.
I think that movie did a lot better than what they were expecting.
My parents have a Pokemon game for the Switch. It's like a Eevee game.
Oh yeah, I've
like,
heard of
Let's
that.
go Eevee.
Yeah.
I think the only reason they have it is because you can link it to Pokemon Go, and they're like
Yeah.
they're like super nerds on Pokemon Go.
Do they still do Pokemon Go?
Oh, every day.
Really?
Nice.
I called them yesterday because they were supposed to go eat
Yeah.
Mexican with them last night, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "Oh, just playing Pokemon around town. It's community day, so we're out playing."
you
Well,
get some good stuff on Community Day.
Yeah.
I
I'm like,
did love Pokemon Go for a long time. It was a good way to get outside and
Yeah.
get some exercise.
I told him like 10 years ago when the game first came out, I was like, "Hey, you should play this game." And then like 2 days after that, I gave it up, and they have never stopped.
We had it for a while, Mason. Me,
Oh,
you, and
yeah,
Leighton
dude.
would go walking around every
yeah.
so often. We caught that
Yeah.
Snorlax one time in the rain.
Yeah, dude, that was
crazy.
dope. That
I
was
remember
dope.
the first day I downloaded it, I was so excited. I had it on my phone. I drove to Mason's apartment in Columbia, and I parked my car in the parking lot. And it was as soon as you first open the game, you immediately get the 3 starters or whatever. Like
Right.
you get to choose one like off the bat to
Mhm.
catch. And I didn't know that. I thought I was like, oh my god, there's a Charizard right in front of me. And it was like outside of my car. So I got out of my car, slammed the door shut, and I was like, catch the Pokemon. And I caught the Charizard, and I was like, hell yeah! And I was like screaming. And then I turned around to get my wallet out of my car, locked myself out of the car. I was so excited about the Pokemon, and I did that 3 or 4 times playing that game. I would get somewhere, pull it out real fast, and I'd be like, oh my god, and I'd go over to get it, and I'd lock my keys in my car because I was so excited.
We'd just always ride around Shelbina or Clarence really, really slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was never no
You
walking
couldn't go
involved.
you couldn't go over 20 miles an hour, but if you stayed right
Yeah.
below
Oh,
there,
yeah.
you were fine.
Yeah, we'd just like leave it in idle and just kind of like cruise down the road.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe park if you're trying to catch something.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Or
have to.
if you stopped at like one of the stops or something. Like my
Yeah.
parents are so into it, like, and have so much like cred in the
That's so
game
funny. I
that
love
like
it.
they put in new gyms and new stops and stuff. Like,
What?
yeah, it's
Oh,
weird.
because like their area is so popular just because of them.
Yeah,
Dude,
like Shelbina's popping mainly because of my parents.
that's
Town of
actually
1,500
really
people.
funny.
They just
Crazy.
run every gym in Shelbina.
Yeah.
I kind of want to download it now and go on walks with your dad.
You'll like it for 2 weeks and then you'll get rid of it again.
I probably will.
They don't walk
'Cause
either,
I
they
did that
just
for,
drive
like, 2
slow
weeks.
through Shelbina.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, like that's the thing. Like eventually you get to the point where like, oh, there's only like the few Pokemon that are in my area. So I'm sure like in this area it'd be like,
Well, there's a ton now because they have like up to Gen 7 on there now.
oh really?
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
new Pokemon all the time. My
you remember-
parents are
Yeah.
like, look at this new one
Dude.
that they're catching.
You remember when there was like a whole thing of like regionally wherever you were, like that kind of Pokemon would show
I think
up?
it's still that way.
Is it still that way?
Yeah, it's
So
still
like,
kind of that way.
like people would like travel the world. They'd go on like Pokemon Go, like global,
Mm-hmm.
like
My parents went
trips.
to Shelbina. That's what they went to Chicago on the train just to go to a Pokemon thing up there.
Dude, that is so
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
so
No, that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
Next time I see your parents, we're talking about Pokemon Go.
there you go.
That's so funny.
We were driving somewhere and my wife was taking us. I don't remember what we were doing, and my dad was with us, and he goes, "You mind driving by the Methodist church?" and my wife goes, "Okay," and I was like, "God damn it!" and she's like, "What?" I was like, "He's playing Pokemon back there."
Damn it, Dad! Didn't I tell you to put the phone up?
Dude, that's so awesome. That is so funny. If I download it and I guess I don't if I sign in or however that works and I find out that like none of my stuff is saved
You're just
after years, I probably won't keep playing. I'll be like,
Right.
not worth it because I put
too much.
way too much time and money into it back in
Ah.
the day. Oh, I do have one more thing that we can talk about here before we get out of here. This was something weird that I saw.
Okay.
Basically, it is you guys know what let me get this pulled up.
I don't know
Woke
what that is.
barbers.
Oh, okay.
Woke barbers.
Woke barbers.
I know what woke means.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like that. Basically, like where you go into a barber shop and like I don't know if this is everywhere. Probably not in this area where we are, but you go in and like you sit down. You're there for a haircut. You made an appointment. You sit down in the chair,
Mm-hmm.
and then the person's like, "Okay, do I have your consent to touch your hair?
Mm.
And do I have permission to cut your hair? Do I have permission to like
Mm-hmm.
do this that?" And it's like a video I found of like woke barbers like doing that to people.
Yeah.
And like the guys are like sitting there and like, all right, do I have permission to touch your hair? And the guy's like, yeah, bro. Yeah. I came here to get my hair cut. And he's like, okay, great. Do I have consent to cut your hair? And I was like, yeah, just cut my hair. That's why I'm here. What do you mean? Do I have permission? Yeah, I made the appointment. You have my permission to do that. What are we doing? He's like, okay, I just wanted to make sure you feel safe. You feel safe? He's like, what's going on right now? The guys are like, what is this? What are we doing right now? Why are you asking me all
Like
these
now,
weird
I
questions?"
don't feel safe.
Yeah, it's like now you're making it weird.
I've seen videos of like the total opposite of that where like they're at a barber shop and the dude has like a vibrator and he was getting his beard trimmed up and he's just the guy had his eyes closed and he kept getting it next to his mouth and like going around his lips and stuff.
I love that. That's actually
he
really
finally
funny.
opens up his eyes like when he's like
Brushing his teeth with it.
There was a barber shop in Hannibal it was called Anthony's, and it's not there anymore. The building's like collapsed. But yeah, anyway.
R.I.P.
Poor Anthony.
And he was a black barber,
Mhm.
and he did that kind of
Nice.
hairstyles.
Arguably the best.
I mean, I
Yeah.
loved it.
In
That's
Lincoln, that's what I was in a black-owned business in Lincoln at the barbershop, and that was the best.
and he always
Yeah.
gave me these like really nice lined up. Like, this was like
Yeah.
early 2010s, so
Nice.
I get like the nice lined chin thing go. You know,
Oh,
and
no.
and he would do it, and well, I get these like
Yeah.
these pointy sideburn type things.
Yeah,
And I get
okay.
like, stuff.
Clean you up.
Stuff
Get a
kinda-
couple 3 lines in the side of your
Yeah,
head.
that's what I did that too. Got like a Z in my head one time.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to. You gotta find
I
one.
have
Of
the pictures.
I need a picture. I need a picture of the like you had like the thin like chin strap
Mhm.
thing. I
Oh,
need a
yeah.
picture of that, man.
I had it.
Oh, I
going
need a
on.
picture of that. So you did you ever did you ever do that yourself? Like when you
No,
or
I
did you
couldn't.
went to the
I mean,
barber to do that?
I could do it like a kind of a thick one.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
thicker one.
I saw someone on TV the other day that had one of those, and I was talking to my dad, and I was like, I don't think you can do that by yourself. I think you have to go to a professional to get that
Yeah.
cut because it's so like because this kid had like a
This
really
was
thin.
pencil thin. Like girls used to do their eyebrows real thin. You know,
Yeah.
this is how that's.
Well, that's what's funny because the guy's girlfriend in the show. I think it was Intervention. The guy's girlfriend, her eyebrows were the exact same. I was like,
Mhm.
they must go to the same barber because like her eyebrows were literally the exact same like thinness of his beard, and he didn't have a mustache. So I thought like, oh, they just cut his mustache off and then like put it
Just
on
glued it?
on her eye on her above her eyes. Yeah.
I had to get rid of that style pretty quick because the stereotype with that like hairstyle
Oh.
and beard style was
Yeah.
not, yeah, I had to
Yeah.
quit that.
Yeah, that's okay. You look good. You look very handsome now with the full.
Well, I just kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. All right. Well, Kenny, go ahead and let everyone know where they can find you on the internet.
Yeah, I'm still at K Sloth Fit on Instagram. The underscore's in there somewhere,
Underscore. Boom.
and Threads is the same thing, and that's where you'll find me.
There you go. You like
Nice.
Threads? You enjoying it?
I get on there every now and then. I've not posted a thread. I've not threaded yet.
Yeah. Not part of
Mm.
the.
Is that what they call it?
You're not part of the.
Yeah, you're not stitching.
Wilt.
Yeah.
I'm not stitching no
Oh,
thread.
Stitching.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I get on there and like I follow like 15 people maybe, and it's just like people I know around here.
Right.
But I get on there and it's just like things that they think I might like,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't
No.
know what it is.
No. Mason, where can people find you on the internet?
Also on Instagram and Threads, Mason Greenwell 52 there. And then I'm on TikTok, mgreenwee on TikTok. Got a few few of these clips on there, so definitely check that
Heck
out.
yeah. Check those out. We got a
Oh,
few
yeah.
clips. We're gonna start pushing more clips on Mason on his TikTok. So if you want to see Mellow Brick Road clips on TikTok, right now go to mgreenwee because that's where they're gonna be.
Mhm.
If we make a Mellow Brick Road TikTok, we'll let you know. But as of right now, Mason's your guy. So send all
Yeah.
your hate,
M Greenwee.
mgreenwee.
Greenway.
Yes, at mgreenwee. There it is right there. Oh, I already showed it, but it doesn't matter. If you want to follow me on Instagram, at Van Windsor on Instagram. I don't have a Facebook or anything like that. I post mostly about the show and other stuff like that. The show has its own Instagram and Facebook, at Mellow Brick Road. Podcast on Instagram, and then Facebook, it's just Mellow Brick Road. So you're going to get all the announcements for the show, episode updates, all that fun stuff. If you want to support the show and help us continue making the show bigger and better each week, go to patreon.com/mellowbrickroad, sign up for that, become a Mellow Brick Roadie. You get bonus clips, you get behind the scenes footage, you get bloopers, you get 2 shows. Count them. 2. Well, technically it's like this. That's 4. 2. Good point. There's a show that I do with Trace, who's not here right now. It's okay. Called What You Reading, where we do a reading book sharing show every month. And then there's a show that Mason and I do called Off the Path with Van and Mason. I'm Van.
I'm Van. Ah, crap.
Oh, you're
I
Mason.
mean,
You're Mason.
I was
I
We went over
Mason.
this. We went over this.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, read the script.
I forgot to. I went off key, and I'm Van. And,
No,
and-
you're Mason. You're Mason. You're Mason.
Come
Where's your
back,
script?
come back.
Where's your script at? Damn it.
Oh, I'm Mason. Oh, I was reading your line. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, we made it. We'll make sure to cut that out. So yeah, so sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/mellowbrickroad for that. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a like, a subscribe, follow us on Spotify, answer the questions, the polls. Shout out to our Apple Podcast listeners. We love you. I see you out there. Apple Podcasts. You don't see us because you're on Apple Podcasts, but we see you.
Spotify is where it's at.
Exactly. Yeah. Go to Spotify. You get the video, as well as the weekly question and the poll. So you get a little interactive stuff there. Make sure to send us your emails. mellowbrickroad.podcast@gmail.com. Well, I do try to read as much as I can of those and answer them as much as I can. Let me see. Don't forget to sign up for Hoopla if you want to start reading. Hoopla is connected to the public library system in the U.S. It's all free. You get 10 borrows a month. It's fucking great. Movies, TV, manga, anime, music, comics, books, audiobooks. Probably more stuff than that. I don't know. It's a lot. You get like entire like.
That's a lot.
You can get like video channels, like the Curiosity channel. There's like 5 others I can't remember. I do Curiosity because I'm curious like a cat. So I always do that one. Let's see. Before we end the show, I do have my weekly Missouri celebrity quotes. This week's quote is coming from Mr. John Hamm. That's right. St. Louis born. Went to the same college as Mason and I.
I didn't graduate there.
I didn't either. We didn't graduate. Yeah. I don't think he did either. Did he graduate?
Yeah, I went there. Money was spent there. Yeah.
He got in big trouble there because he was in a frat.
John Hamm did?
I think so.
Oh, yeah,
thing with,
I think he did.
The fraternity.
Was he an
hazing.
aggro?
Dude, he might have been. No, I think he was in like the. I don't know.
That's like
beta delta.
I was gonna say like a beta
or something.
Yeah, but they got in trouble for like I don't know if it was paddling, but it might have been paddling because it was back in the 80s. I don't know how old John Hamm is. I don't think he
early
is.
2000s.
Anyway, that's probably right. But anyway, yeah, he got in trouble for that. But we don't care about that because we're here for his quote. And his quote is from Mr. John Hamm from the beautiful St. Louis. Not as dangerous as Hannibal. No, it is. It's more. It's more. Hannibal's nice.
Yeah, per capita.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna shit talk Hannibal anymore. It's a great city. So John Hamm's quote is, "I'm not gay, and I'm not a superhero." All right, everybody. Thanks for watching the Mellow Brick Road this week, everybody.
Peace out.
Mellow manifestations.
Stay safe out there, guys.
All right. See ya.
Love ya.
Yeah, I'm not gay.
I did not expect that to be the quote.
He did play an ambiguously gay hero, though.